Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nurhazika binti Syafi'i and I am one of the students from University Technology Maram Melaka. So today I will explain about performance of Malaysia Ringgit against United States Dollar, which I understand after I learned International Financial Management subject. Before that, I convey my sincere gratitude to my lecturer, Madam Rahaiza binti Khamis, because without her kind direction and proper guidance, this video would have been a little success. In this video, the first content that we will go through is the introduction of currency Malaysian Ringgit, United States Dollar, and the relationship between these currency. Secondly, I will give a brief history for Malaysian Ringgit and United States Dollar from the year 2017 until 2019. Next, I will elaborate the performance of Malaysian Ringgit against United States Dollar based on chart and possible factors that influence the pattern of trend line. Lastly, the ideas and suggestions to improve the performance of Malaysian Ringgit for foreign exchange rates. So, what is Malaysian Ringgit and United States Dollar? Malaysian Ringgit is the currency of Malaysia. The ringgit is issued by Bank Negara Malaysia, which is the central bank of Malaysia. The symbol for this currency is RM, while the currency code is MYR. United States dollar is the official currency of United States and its territories per the Coinage Act of 1792. US dollar also known as greenbacks because the backs were printed in green. The symbol for this currency is dollar signs, while the currency code is USD. The relationship between MYR and USD is Malaysian Ringgit usually will measure the performance of the currency by against the USD because USD is one of the most popular global currency and it is accepted for most transactions throughout the world. So, to know the performance, whether the MYR is strengthened or weakened, it will be compared with a dollar of United States. Before we start, I want to brief some history of Malaysian Ringgit against United States dollar for the previous 3 years, which is from 2017 until 2019. In 2017, compared to a darker 2016, trading for this year was relatively vibrant that saw the currency rebound strongly from a 19-year low to deliver a total return of 10%. The ringgit became more stable in first quarter of this year compared to the last quarter of 2016, thanks to the implementation of PNM's Financial Market Committee's (FMC) measures that mitigate the currency volatility in foreign exchange market. The upward trajectory continued into the second quarter, surging by 3.1%, making the ringgit as the best performing currency in the region during that period. The positive outlook on the Malaysian economy, driven by the bullish second quarter GDP growth of 5.8% and strong export performance, have led to increased investors' interest in domestic financial assets. The ringgit rose by more than 1% for third and fourth quarter to show the value of ringgit Malaysia in 2017 is appreciated. In 2018, Ringgit Malaysia unit was affected by various external factors ranging from global trade development, emerging market chaos, Federal Reserve interest hike speculation, crude oil price movement, and the strengthening of the US dollar. The ringgit also volatile due to uncertainty from the US-China trade war in this year. The fall in the ringgit had inadvertently also have the potential to gain from the trade war environment. The value of the ringgit is depreciation level standing at 2.9% on 31st December 2018. In 2019, a lot of factors that influence the fluctuation value of Malaysian ringgit against United States dollar, such as the effect of trade tension between China and United States since 2018. The higher global price of crude oil also affect the currency of Malaysian ringgit at that time. For this year, the price of crude oil is increased and make the value of ringgit Malaysia is slightly appreciated. So this is a chart based on data collected from 2017 until 2019 for the performance of Malaysian ringgit against USD. In these years, Malaysian ringgit volatile due to a lot of factors. From the first month of 2017 until the third month of 2018, the trend line shows downward sloping for Malaysian ringgit currency against US dollar. It means that Malaysian ringgit becomes strengthened over a year because the value for RM to do a foreign exchange with US dollar becomes cheaper. Starting from April 2018, the trendline becomes upward sloping until last quarter of 2018. Malaysian ringgit became depreciated and weakened after March 2018. However, the depreciation of ringgit is still in control and not as worse as in early 2017. The value is below than 4.30 ringgit. In 2019, Malaysian ringgit became more stronger against USD when it starts the first 3 months with downward sloping trend line. I can say that currency of Malaysia is quite volatile in 2019 and uncertainty. It appreciate and depreciate over and over again, but it managed to achieve 4.0925 ringgit against 1 US dollar at the end of the year 2019. From these charts, we can see that the weakest value for Malaysian ringgit from 2017 until 2019 is 4.4925 ringgit Malaysia, and the strongest value is 3.858 ringgit Malaysia, and it achieved in 2018. To sum up, the trendline for the performance of Malaysian ringgit against USD from 2017 to 2019 is slightly downward, and it is good because this means Malaysian ringgit is strengthening and appreciate in those years. The year 2017 was indeed a recovery year for the ringgit, marking a turnaround in a colourful journey supported by positive domestic developments with Bank Negara Malaysia's prudent measures keeping the local currency in check. The ringgit kicked off the year lower at 4.4925 ringgit against the US dollar on January 3rd, extending 2016 downside momentum due to excessive speculation in the offshore market, a stronger US dollar, as well as geopolitical uncertainties. Based on this graph, it shows the appreciation of Malaysian ringgit currency against United States dollar USD. The highest ringgit strengthened in 2017 is 4.0525 ringgit Malaysia, while the weakened value of Malaysian ringgit in 2017 is 4.4995 ringgit against 1 US dollar. 4.3008 ringgit Malaysia is the average value of Malaysian ringgit against US dollar throughout the year of 2017. The ringgit saw a mixed performance in 2018 despite entering the year on a bullish footing, as the local currency was dragged down by a sharp change of sentiment in the second quarter, heavily influenced by external driver. The ringgit kicked off 2018 at RM 4.0325 versus the greenback on 2nd January, extending its vibrant performance of 2017, having climbed from a historic low of RM 4.995 in that year. In its ascent, the ringgit broke the 4.00 key level on 5th January with high of 3.9945 ringgit Malaysia due to improving oil prices and economic outlook. The local currency hovered below the 4.00 level but made an about turn to breach level again on 19 June. Based on this graph, it shows the depreciation of Malaysian ringgit currency against United States dollar. The strongest ringgit in 2018 is RM 3.8580, which is strengthened than the value in 2017, while the weakened value of Malaysian ringgit in 2018 is RM 4.1995 against 1 US dollar. The average value for the year 2018 is RM 4.0353 versus the greenback. Even though the trendline shows the currency depreciation in 2018, the maximum and minimum value of ringgit against USD are stronger than the previous year. It has been volatile 2019 for the ringgit as prospects of the US Federal Reserve turning dovish at the start of the year quickly gave way to a slew of external risks. The ringgit performance against the greenback is set to end 2019 on a rather flattish note. Based on this graph, it shows the depreciation of Malaysian ringgit's currency against United States dollar. The strongest ringgit in 2019 is RM 4.0605, slightly weakened than in 2018, while the highest depreciated value of Malaysian ringgit in 2019 is RM 4.2250 against $1. RM 4.1426 is the average value of Malaysian ringgit against USD throughout the year of 2019. The ringgit kicked off 2019 at RM 4.139 and ended with RM 4.0925 in December. After we analyze the chart, now I will explain some factors that affect the performance of Malaysian ringgit against USD for those 3 years. In 2017, Brent crude oil price is increased and the average price is up to 250.12 ringgit Malaysia or 58.20 US dollar per barrel. The recovery in commodities, especially crude oil, crude palm oil, and copper, as well as can bullish foreign fund inflows into Malaysia and strong market performance. Besides that, Malaysian ringgit appreciated in 2017 because of support came from the continued weakness in the US dollar, which was dampened by policy uncertainties in the country as well as improved non-resident inflows into Malaysia's financial market, mainly driven by encouraging domestic macroeconomic conditions, which included the strong gross domestic product, GDP growth, and export performance. BNM governor at that time, Tan Sri Muhammad Ibrahim, said the ringgit had strengthened to better reflect the real economic activity and was no longer influenced by speculative play. The implementation of BNM's financial market committees, or known as FMC, also helped to smoothen liquidity between onshore licensed banks, and this encouraged the improvement in the balance of demand and supply of foreign currency, resulting in a more efficient forex market. These positive economic developments also attract a lot of foreign to invest and reinvest in Malaysia, and it helps the Malaysian ringgit to appreciate. For 2018, on expectation of continuing strong growth momentum in 2018, due to stronger global growth and positive spillovers from the external sector to the domestic economy, the central bank increased the overnight policy rate (OPR) by 25% basis points to 3.25% on 25 January, which helped strengthen the ringgit further. The trade war between US and China also have a pros and cons that can affect Malaysian currency. The benefit that Malaysia gets from such as the demand on plantation sector to export is increased following China's proposed import duties on certain commodities from the US. However, the cons from this trade war is it can reduce the investors and boosted buying sentiments towards the greenback as a safe haven currency. Other factors such as the unexpected outcome of the 14th general election in Malaysia also contributed to the Malaysian ringgit currency performance following concern on economic policies. The reason for the fluctuation for performance of Malaysian ringgit currency in 2018 also because the US dollar has strengthened against almost all Asian currency and crude oil price movement decreasing than the previous year. In 2019, Malaysian ringgit is appreciated due to increment of global oil price, and at that time the benchmark for Brent crude oil stood at 66.22 US dollar per barrel. The biggest boost for the ringgit came in the form of the US-China trade truce reached in June. A healthy increase in domestic private consumption and export remain the key factor for Malaysia to experience on economic expansion while easing the trade tensions. the Malaysian currency remains challenged due to uncertainty in Malaysia's political environment in 2019 that concern economic policies. Due to uncertainty of political environment in Malaysia, foreign investors reducing their holdings in ringgit as USD becomes strengthening. However, the ringgit has marginally appreciated against the greenback by 0.65% in comparison to the disappointing 2.84% decline in 2018. Next, I will explain the suggestion to improve the performance of Malaysian ringgit. In this slide, I will give 5 ways to improve the performance of Malaysian ringgit. Firstly, Malaysian government can sell foreign exchange assets and purchase own currency. Malaysian government should sell USD treasury bills and bonds or other currency and brought back the proceeds to Malaysia. This will cause a depreciation in the dollar or other currency, and the Malaysian ringgit will appreciate because the demand for Malaysian ringgit will increase in the future. Second, make export more competitive. When Malaysian ringgit is weakened, export will be competitive since foreign investor and buyer demand for goods and services. Besides, increasing in sale help to boost the currency, such as exporting crude palm oil, rubber, woods, and others. The government should also encourage the business in Malaysia to export their product, because when the business export their product, it can increase the GDP of Malaysia. Third, by encourage economic growth. The government should give the incentive to SME, campaign for purchasing local product for the netizen of Malaysia, make imported goods and services duty increase, because when the import products is expensive, people in Malaysia will choose to buy local product instead of import products. And when the money circulates in our country, the Malaysian ringgit will appreciate. Fourth, make the country a more desirable place to invest. Transparency in government, increasing productivity, and welcome foreign capital and investors. This can be done by the government to attract the foreign investor to come to Malaysia and invest in our country. And lastly, by increasing interest rate. Higher interest rates provide higher rates to lender, thereby attracting more foreign capital, which causes a rise in exchange rate. Malaysia also can do a lot of things, a lot of ways to improve the performance of Malaysian ringgit other than these 5 ways, such as strong economic performance, which is a country with such positive attributes will draw investment funds away from other countries perceived to have more political and economic risk. Political turmoil, for example, can cause a loss of confidence in a currency and a movement of capital to the currency of more stable country. That is why foreign investors inevitably seek out stable countries with strong economic performance in which to invest their capital. So Malaysia should stable their political environment and others. The government of Malaysia also need to overlook the inflation rates. Changes in market inflation causes changes in currency exchange rates. A country with a lower inflation rate than another's will see an appreciation in the value of its currency. The price of goods and services increase at a slower rate where the inflation is low. A country with a consistently lower inflation rate exhibits a rising currency value, while a country with higher inflation typically sees depreciation in its currency and is usually accompanied by higher interest rates. Okay, this video is going to be end soon. Thank you for your time for watching my video. I really hope any information that I share will be very helpful and all of you get a new knowledge about the performance of Malaysian Ringgit against US dollar. And feel free to ask me anything about the performance of Malaysian Ringgit against US dollar, especially from 2017 until 2019. I will try to answer it. Um, mm, Thank you so much, especially to my lecturer, Madam Rohaiza binti Kamis. Assalamualaikum.